Podere la Marronaia, a family story behind a bottle.
Paola, I'm overwhelmed by all this beauty here around us. We are now in the Pinacoteca of the Musei Civici in San Gimignano, and I would like to know what's a Pinacoteca. The meaning is very interesting because it's from Latin. Teca is a deposit of something different every time. Pinacoteca is a deposit of paintings, as well as enoteca, deposit of wine, or biblioteca, about books. Young people should know that Latin is still important sometimes, because once you know the meaning of one word, then you understand many others as well. So this beautiful painting gallery here in San Gimignano house different artists, and I'd like to start with a Florentine one, Benozzo Gozzoli. He signed himself and he makes sure that he's from Florence. Yeah? And there is a Madonna with a baby, typical image of subject of the time. But there is a Saint Agostino that I would like to introduce you, because he worked in the St. Augustine Church near St. Matthew Gate, and you still can admire today the beautiful frescoes that he left in the main chapel, all the story of his life that you have. And in this Madonna with saints, that we call it the Holy Conversation, they're not talking and conversing with each other with their own soul. There is a beautiful fabric described, and I'd like your attention to the one in the background, because this is a typical brocade of that time. The ladies were wearing, this is a Florentine Renaissance fashion back then. And I have two angels holding a Florentine garland made of flowers. They have their crowning the Virgin Mary. And John the Baptist on the left, Mary Magdalene with a transparent veil, long blonde hair, and she's holding a little vase with the oil inside. This is her symbol to recognize Magdalene and Santa Marta, the first one on the right. Paola, I'm pretty curious about these two paintings. They are two separate ones, but they belong together, they match together, of course. First of all is the shape, is a tondo, is a rounded paintings, and they were usually commissioned for private homes and not for public chapel, neither for church. And the subject that Filippino Lippi painted is a common, at that time, common Annunciation into Gabriel on the left, announcing the Virgin Mary on the right. And the way how Filippino painted the Virgin Mary, she's rather shy, and she doesn't want to show you the face, she's not looking at the Angel Gabriel neither. And he's introducing beautiful color, matching the orange with the red and the blue, which usually the mantle of the Virgin Mary is. And we are inside. We have some details of an apartment, but at the same time we are external, because you see the trees, you have a landscape as well, and we are late 15th century, so pure Renaissance. We even have Pinturicchio, born in Perugia, but went to Siena. Everybody knows and everybody should visit what Pinturicchio painted in Siena, inside the cathedral, inside the Piccolo Mini Library, because it's one of the jewels of the Renaissance. And so he was familiar of the area here, and he painted this Madonna for the monastery of the Olivetani monks. and I have a Benedictine monks in completely white color on the right, at the presence of the Pope on the left side. And Pinturicchio from Perugia met Raffaello. The two of them went together to Rome, and every time you have these skinny trees, as the one on the left, this is something, is a landmark that both painters learn from Perugino, their maestro.
I can recognize this one. This one is San Gimignano.
Exactly. Taddeo di Bartolo painted this beautiful tavola for the altar of La Collegiata, for the Duomo. So it's an important piece. It's wood, gilded wood, as you can see, and Gimignano himself with his bishop hat sitting and holding the whole village and protecting the village itself. And to the right and left, you have different moments of his life, from some of the miracles, from when he protected the village from the soldiers that wanted to destroy, from his death. We recognize him every time from this beautiful mantle, red and gilded red brocade, this textile. It's amazing. And you know how Tuscany, Florence and Siena included were very elegant. The people that could afford it, they were wearing this beautiful fabric. And we must remind people that Italian fashion started in Florence, Tuscany, and this is the area.
Paola, this was the old bedroom of the Podessà, right?
Exactly. And I'd like to introduce you these interesting, curious frescoes by Memmo di Filippuccio, a Sienese painter, active at the end of the 13th century, and is showing you this young couple that fall in love, and they are kissing each other underneath the tent, as you can see here. I have the moment when the young boy is asking for money to their parents to get married. The moment when they have their own first bath, naked, and for the time that we're talking about something shocking news, you know, and their first night, you can see that she's very shy, and he just arrived. And this is an interesting frescoes, but it matched the room itself, because this is where the star was used to sleep at the same time.
Can you tell me about this? I'm very curious.
Yes. I have a curiosity that I'd like to tell you about, because I have a completely different time frame. Now there's nothing to do with the other frescoes, which are much older. Here we are 16th century, and it's a Florentine family, Vespucci, Amerigo Vespucci, and the family adopted Vespas, wasp, as their coat of arms, as a play of words. And I do have some wasps, I do have them here, as you can see. And Amerigo, an explorer, Amerigo, the map maker that gave the name to America. So it's an interesting detail for our American friends that come to San Gimignano. It's worth to come to visit Musei Civici. And this is it.